Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the speakers this morning. I think it's fair to say if you want to travel the Amazon, you could probably get the Lonely Planet guide, and then you get some people, the T-shirt normally says, been there, done that. I think we've got people on the stage here, their T-shirt says, we are there, we can do it. So I'm happy to welcome a panel that's going to talk about practical tax risk management. If we start on the other side, second from your left, Tosca Santos, Tax Executive, Telkom. To her left, Ine-lize Terblanche, Tax Risk Management, Vodacom. Going back to your left, George Trollope, Vice President Tax, Sasol. To the left of Ine-lize, you've got Dr. Konar, Chairman, Exxaro Resources, and then my right here, Eskinazi, Taxation Consultant, Corporate Tax, AngloGold, Ashanti. Nothing happens in a vacuum. The saying, and I mean, it won a US election, it's the economy stupid. And so let's go back and ask ourselves, in what kind of environment is tax risk management taking place at the moment? And if you simply looked at what was publicized in the last couple of weeks, a couple of headlines in the business day, South African economy is underperforming, resulting in a growth rate of below 2% per annum, GDP contraction of 1.3%, Minister of Finance concerned about meeting budget deficit targets. SARS undershoots first quarter revenue target by 2.1 billion rands. Minister of Finance has instructed SARS, quote, to step up our efforts to close the tax gap and improve on efficiencies. And I think yesterday or the day before Business Day Live, Commissioner Tom Onyana from SARS, headline, paying taxes is a patriotic act. Now, typically, those of you who are in the tax field know that it's a piece of legislation or pieces of legislation where words are supposed to express the intention of the legislature. So the question, and I mean, it's interesting, three of the panelists are in the resources sector. South Africa is an economy where we are exporting commodities, and those sectors are bleeding. So maybe, George, if I can throw that question to you, the darling of the JSE, and suddenly it doesn't look that pretty. How does what's happening in the real economy, how does that impact on how one manages tax risk, for example, in a Sasol environment?
Thanks, Johan. Morning, delegates. Yes, I think it's been very relevant that since the economic downturn in 2008, we have seen tax controversy increasing significantly. So we've had actually a twofold impact on the resources companies. So not only have we seen collection pressures by tax authorities, but we've also seen that many resource companies have had to cut back in their staffing and their tax resources. So many companies have gone through major restructuring recently, meaning that their tax functions are now also under pressure. And combine that with the level of scrutiny and controversy that you get from the tax authorities, and you actually have a perfect storm on the companies.
Any other comments on